welcome back to my studio. For those of you that are new here, I am the owner of Turner Candle Co. and this little shop here that I've been in the process of trying to get back open in North Carolina. Maybe you can tell from the accent, I don't know. But anyway, I've got a mess here, as always. But I wanted to show you a few things. This is kind of a hodgepodge video. So anyway, I had ordered a horse mold, and this is it. I've actually got another horse in it I'm going to open up in a few minutes. So I got it yesterday. I had to stop everything I was doing and make a horse. So of course I made it with just regular wax. I didn't color it, but I did put some good smelling tobacco bourbon in it. Oh my God. I never thought I would like that smell, but it smells so good. So that's what I use. This is from, I think it says Compact Candle Supply Company. I've had it forever, so you can't even see the names, but probably a couple of years, but the fragrance is still very strong smelling. So anyway, this is the way my horse turned out. Well, he didn't come right out of the mold like that, of course. I decided to paint him because just a white horse with no detail, I just didn't like that at all. So I kind of painted it, and I don't know, it's not terrible, but I'm not really happy with it either. But it does smell good. But on the back, well, let me tell you first what I did is I took the mold and I thought I could make some black streaks on inside the mold just by touching it with the candle dye. And then I thought when the wax gets in there, it'll be hot and it'll melt and it'll kind of run, make him look like a speckled horse. Well, no, that didn't happen. It just had little black specks on him. It did show up, but it was just like little pinpoints, so it didn't work. So that's really one reason I kind of went crazy with the paint, covering up some of those. So anyway, it turned out pretty good, and actually it's not really coming off on me too much. I did use a little bit of acrylic paint for the black because I didn't have black paint, but I think I'm not going to do that for the oven. This is just my test candle, and I will burn it eventually to see, you know, how it does. Okay, I've just reviewed what I was saying a few minutes ago, and I kept saying black, and then I didn't have black. So no, I did not have black, but it was brown, so I made little brown dots. I was going to make a brown and white horse, but they were so small pinpoint they looked like black, so that was just make an explanation for that. But anyway, of course, this is the bottom of the mold, and this is the top. So the first thing I'm going to do is take that tape off and see if I can take it off around here. I actually took this off in the house, the other one, yesterday, because I didn't leave it. This has stayed out overnight, so it should be good and dry. The other one was a few hours, and I put it in the refrigerator only 10 or 15 minutes just to make sure, because I was really scared to open it up. So here, I can't really even find where I cut it at. Where did I cut it? There you go. Okay. So what I did is I cut it about like that. And it looks like some of the brown specks is still coming off. So I don't know if I'll ever get rid of all that. Maybe I will eventually. But, so it's just a completely white horse. And since I only had the sample of that, I found another good smelling fragrance oil. It was Crafter's Choice. Here it is. Now this is this is old also from way back when I was making soap, I guess. But I don't think I ever used it. Again, it's bay leaf and tobacco, and it smells a little bit more like tobacco than the other one. The other one, I couldn't really smell the tobacco until I poured it in the wax, and then, oh my gosh, it all just smelled good. And I hate the smell of cigarettes, but cigarettes and tobacco is two different things. And being from the South and North Carolina, believe me, I know what tobacco smells like. I grew up working in that stuff. Not anything I could recommend to anybody these days, for sure. But anyway, so all I did was just prise it out around here, and then you see the nose is right here in this thick part, which makes it doubly hard to get out because it is so thick, but I guess it has to. So I don't really remember how I did it, other than I just pulled and tugged, and it would even really be nice to have a second person. But the thing is, this wax is very hard. It's the 6028 is what I'm using here, the IGI 6028. And I just wiggle them out. And there he is. And see the brown specks on him. But there's his nose. Everything looks perfect. Other than the brown specks don't look perfect. So what I'm going to do with that, I don't know. I had an idea of what I was going to do with him, and I'll probably show you that in a minute. But anyway, that's the main horse. There's another horse. And there's the other one with a weird brown speck down there on his feet. So if I was wishing anything, I was wishing I hadn't put the brown anywhere back here. Now on the horse, it ain't too bad. And see what I did with the other one, I tried to do like I've done with some candles, other things, and I took the heat gun and tried to melt it to get it to run a little bit. But all I did was I ended up kind of melting a little bit of the detail away, and I don't want to do that. I love the detail. Okay, so from one disaster to another, what I've done now is I've taken some brown liquid dye and some yellow liquid dye. I don't know what the two colors are going to look like together. But I decided instead of just painting it with the paintbrush, I kind of like the way this one, kind of like a relief, you know, with the white in the background. So I thought I might kind of do that. So I'm going to start at the back, and I'm going to just mix this yellow and brown together. I don't know what it's going to look like. I'm going to, it still looks like, I don't really have white. I have a white chip, but anyway, I don't know. I'm going to just put a little bit on this, and I'm going to start back here at this horse. So what I'm worried about is the big horse on the front. His face is so smooth, I don't know that there's any distinguishing features or anything. So, yeah. When I ordered it from Amazon, the mold, like I say, it was not cheap. I think it was $35 or $36. The picture was really, really pretty of a horse. And he looked kind of antiqued or something. I'm going to just check my video just to see if you're seeing this okay. Okay, my finger was getting so brown, I did go ahead and put gloves on, so let's see. But I think that's looking pretty good. Pretty happy with that. And I think you can see right there the streak where I had to cut it, but I don't know that there was any way to get it out without cutting it. So I guess it's the same people that also sell other candle molds like this with different animals. I think I remember seeing like a wolf or something. So if I like this, I may see about getting some of the other. And I do need to find me some black, and I would like to find me some white liquid dye. I'm sure they sell some. Yeah. Let me put another drop of the brown. And I don't really know that the yellow did anything, but since I did it, and that was actually 2 drops, I'll do it the same way. So as you can tell, I'm not one just to, I mean, my goodness, somebody has showed, and there's nothing wrong with it. If you like a blue horse, nothing wrong with it at all. But in one of the customers that had bought the mold and had made a horse, and she made a blue candle, which I'm not saying I will never make a blue candle horse, but to me that just looked a little odd. But she's probably like me, she was just glad she could get it out of the mold. Okay, so this is part of the main horse. Actually, it's the mane of the main horse. Oh, that's a joke. So let's see if I can get in there with my fingers. So yeah, I mean, there's some people would take more time with it than I'm doing, but I don't know that time is going to help any. So I'm thinking part of him is going to be pretty smooth here. And I still like his eyes, and I'm thinking, since I don't have any black dye, that I can mix a couple of, well, blue, and I think about, if you mix a lot of different colors together, you get black. Maybe all colors makes black, I'm thinking. And on here, it's not going to matter if it's even blue shadows, kind of pop art like. So yeah, he might be getting a little bit darker than what I like, but so I knew he would be minus some features up here. And I don't really want to get rid of all of his white around his eye, I don't think. And I don't really know. I don't have any horses, whether they have pink inside their ears, black inside the ears. There are some horses across the road, but they don't really come up to me that much, so don't really know. And over on this side, I think there's a little bit of an eye, but I think it's just the outside of the eye. I can't really see a pupil or anything. So would you want to burn a candle like this, or you would just like to have it sitting around? I think I would just want it sitting. I think it would really, I'd get so attached to it I wouldn't want to burn him, you know. He's such a pretty horse, which I don't really know if he looks just like the one in the advertisement or not. There was one review that she thought it did not look the same, that she thought it looked like a moose, maybe because his snout or his nose is so long, but I don't mind it at all. I just would like to have one that you could see him, maybe his head was up here or something instead of, you know, looking down. So yeah, and it's really about the only horse mold that I've seen that's not like a flat one, that this is like a 3D mold or something. But yeah. So I think this last batch was a little bit darker than the other. So I need to come down here a little bit. So I don't really, the paintbrush just does something totally different. I don't really know as I like the paintbrush look, but I do want to get him a little bit darker. And I've used up my paint again. Put a little bit more paint on here. So I'm really amazed at how easy the horse mold is to unmold. I really thought that would be the problem, but I think the problem is just getting satisfied with how he's going to look. I mean, I don't know, other than this, what else I could do. I mean, there's some grass or something. I guess if I was smart, I could figure out what all this stuff is and use different colors, but I don't think I'm going to be that technical with it. I think we're going to pretty much go with it like it is. And if I had some white, I could definitely lighten it up, and I could see how gray would be pretty too. Okay, yeah. This horse here, he's kind of light, and he doesn't show up a whole lot anyhow. He didn't show up on the other one, but I thought it's because I had melted him. But this one has not been melted. Maybe the darken it out a little bit will make him show up a little bit better. Yeah, I wanted the back side to be pretty too, not just the front. So now we've got the front here. I still would like to get maybe some more paper. Just a little bit in there. Maybe a little bit dark right there. What do you think? You can't tell me. You can tell me in the comments. It's all just an experiment, and this is what I enjoy doing. I have fun doing stuff like this, and when it comes to putting stuff on the website or doing mundane things like pricing stuff here in the store, or even having the store open, this is what I want to do, and this is what I enjoy doing. It's just playing around, I guess. Child's play. Going back in my childhood. Anyway, that's about as good as it gets. See, there's the street where I did have to cut him. That right there might be grass too. Let me get it a little bit. And I can see I might could do a little streak of green there, but I'm not going to mess this one up like that. So, let's see. So if you rub too much, you rub it off. And I'm not really sure what I want to do with his ears and his eyes and his nose, but I think I'm gonna see if I can't mix them up. Okay, I've mixed up some different colors. The good thing I have gloves on, but I'm afraid I'm gonna get him all messed up now with different colors. But anyway, so I don't really know. It's gonna be a dark color. This red, I just put it on top of the brown. And I don't think this is the same paintbrush I had. No, yonder it is. Now I can see the other paintbrush that I thought had a smoother bristles to it. Okay, there's one eyeball. Meet it in the corner there. Like put eyeliner on. So this, I think I'm gonna get my other paintbrush. I don't know why I couldn't see it a minute ago, and it was laying right here. It's a better brush than that one, I think. So I'm gonna outline his ears a little bit. Give him a few across his streaks up there. Not too much. I'm wondering, just a faint black in the ears a little bit. Okay, he's coming to life. What you think? What you think? I have a little bit of red here. It might be way too red. That don't even look red. That looks black. Okay, it's not gonna look like a real horse, okay? But it's a horse. So let's see what I can do with his nostrils here. I did black nostrils over there, and I guess I can do some black here. You just gotta have something to make him come to life there. And I want him to look like a monster horse. My problem is I never quite know when to quit. And I'm afraid I'm going to mess up, but you know what? Unless I want to put just a little bit of highlight right here. Okay. Nostrils don't look the same, but hey, I think that's just the way he was born. He was born that way. So, I don't think I'm going to put no black back there. I'm going to pretty much call this one a done deal. I'm going to let that dry, and I probably will take some white paint when it dries completely. It'll have to be acrylic paint, and just put him a little speck right there in his eye. So, okay, there you go. There's my second number horsey. And I think he looks better than that one. I'll put them side by side and get you a close-up look. Okay, here's my two horses sitting side by side. I definitely like the one I did today the best. Not sure he's 100% perfect, but hey, he's a candle. The other one is just too motley and too red, and I don't know. I like this one pretty good. There's the back of him. Kind of reminds me of the cave reliefs. But, and this side of him, I didn't do anything with that part of his eye because I really can't tell much about it. Best thing to do is leave it alone. So I think it'll look better once I get him a little dot in the middle and see, like I say, you need to have him on the shelf looking up at him. Now this one has got character, I admit that. But I'm not really... can't tell that much detail about it. That horse is okay. That horse you can't tell much about, and it's got them old ugly streaks on it. So no, this is just mine. Plus he's wobbly. He don't sit up as straight as this one does. He's made. So that was kind of fun, and it really didn't take that long to make it. So yeah, that's my horsey. So that's about it for today. I've still got a lot of stuff to do, but I had to make my little horsey. I still haven't painted his eye. I want to make sure it's good and dry. So I'm pleased with that. So again, I don't think I've said it this video, but if you have liked it, please give me a like, thumbs up, leave any comments. All that stuff helps my channel, which is growing a little bit. I mean, very little bit. But hey, I haven't been doing this that long either. So I appreciate everybody that's watching my videos, everybody that's subscribing, and everybody that's making comments. So things are picking up a little bit, and I appreciate it. So again, until we see each other again, hope you have a great week, great day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.